Starting off our day. Well, we already started the day, but we have to get you guys fed. Time to feed my dogs. Oh man, bougie dogs. I don't feed them this every day, so don't judge me. If you are judging me, piss off. I don't really care. My dogs eat a prescribed kibble, and then they usually get some chicken. Recently, though, I've been putting a little bit of hot dog in their food as a treat. Again, they don't eat it every day, but today they get some. Right, boys? Right, boys? Yeah, so yesterday was a fun day back. Heading out to the improv and everything. Today, I went to the craft store to get some black foam core, cardboard, whatever you want to call it. In the film industry, we call it foam core, but I don't know what they call it. It's like some foam-filled cardboard. I'm going to use, and it's black, so I'm going to use it for the bottom of the Lego set I got to build. So I got to build a Lego set to film this stop animation scene for Kidder. This project my partners and I have been working on for the last 2 years, if you include all the writing. We've been working on it for probably over 2 years now. And yeah, I got to get it done. It's bothering me because I got other projects I want to work on. Yeah, I have a lot of other projects I want to work on. There's a few projects I want to direct. There's another project I want to write with a couple of partners of mine, and I can't justify working on those projects if I still have a project that's unfinished. So that's what I'm working on today. And then I got sidetracked. I was going to work out in my room, my bedroom. I have a whole weight set and everything, and I wanted to work out. Being on this new carnivore diet, I wanted to work out, and went in my room, and my wife and I, we're not pack rats, but we'll move stuff around. I don't know. I feel like we just don't have enough space for everything. So I'm pretty good about I get to a situation and I'm just like, you know what? I don't need this. Why do I have this? And I will just throw stuff out. I think a lot of people get emotionally connected or emotionally attached to stuff. And my wife, I think, does that too. And it's hard for her to get rid of stuff. But I started cleaning my room because I don't have room. I'm like, I can't even lift weights in this bedroom. And we have a big bedroom. And there's just so much stuff piled up in one area. And I'm like, dude, I can't do squats. I can't lay out my yoga mat and do sit-ups. And I need to exercise. And I don't want to buy a gym membership when I have the stuff I need right here. So I got a little sidetracked this morning after I dropped my kids off to school. I came home and I started cleaning my room. I mean, it's something that needs to be done, right? It's obviously I'm not trying to. Yes. Ideally, I'd work on comedy 24 hours a day, but you can't ignore all the other responsibilities. So I can't ignore all those responsibilities. So I started working on it. I didn't fully clean, but I did some cleaning, put some stuff away, started moving stuff around. It's still not in a place where I can really work out in there, but it's starting to look a little bit better. But something I'm going to keep working on over the next day or so. But I'm going to get the dogs fed. I'm going to feed myself. Okay, hold on. My dogs are fed. Yeah. Last night I cooked myself a ribeye steak for dinner, but it was a very large ribeye. So I weighed this out. I have 8 ounces from last night. This carnivore diet, man, it's delicious, but it is also it's also like a lot of work. It's a lot of cooking. I mean, I guess any extreme diet is going to be a lot of cooking, right? I mean, it's a lot of, well, if you're just a vegetarian or vegan, I don't know how you would prepare your vegetables, but you would be preparing dishes specifically for that. It's an extreme diet. This is no different. This is an extreme diet. So, you know, it just is what it is. Like, I have to figure out like what's the best thing to eat and what's the best way to eat, you know. But cooking meat is something I do and I do well. Not to brag, but I think they're gonna be barfing up your food, homeboy. But it's a lot of work. It's not. It is, but it isn't. Like when you just have the regular American standard diet and you try to balance proteins and carbohydrates, and you got to cook your protein, then you got to cook a side dish here and a side dish there. I think that's more challenging, trying to figure out what am I going to eat versus I'll just eat meat today and meat tomorrow. I think the variety comes in how you prepare your meat. My cast iron skillet here, it's got a bunch of beef fat in it. Tallow, I have a jar over there where I keep all my rendered fat. But I do my steaks on a cast iron skillet. This I'm just reheating in a regular non-stick skillet. I'm gonna throw my eggs in here. Maybe throw some cheese on it, or maybe just butter today. But yeah, this is so far the diet's good. This Friday will mark 1 month on the carnivore diet. I feel great. I thought it was going to be really challenging going out on the road last week to Wichita. But honestly, like the challenge was just watching people's faces when I asked them, like, hey, I just want 6 hamburger patties with 6 slices of cheese. No bun, no lettuce, no tomato, no nothing. It just kind of blew their mind. They didn't know what to do. People were so dumbfounded. And I found that part the funniest. It was the best part about the trip. Food wise. My buddy Dan Green with me, like, just like, bro, these people don't know what to think of you. Like, they just, and I was like, I know, it's hilarious. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Just confusing the living shit out of people. Like, wait, you don't want any bread? Why, you're just eating meat? This is, what? It was so amazing just to see their responses. But overall it was easy. Like, hey, I want steak and eggs. Or the place would have like steak and eggs, but then they'd have all the, hash browns and rice or whatever. Oh, with the side of vegetables. I'm like, no, I don't want that. Can you just not? Like, I went to this really fancy steak place. We had a beautiful prime ribeye steak at the steakhouse there in Wichita. And I said, look, I'm just eating meat. I just want the steak. Don't need to waste It came with the side of asparagus. Like, you don't need to waste the asparagus on me. Like, I'm not going to eat it. So, no need. I asked my friends at the table, I was like, do any of y'all want it? And they're like, nope. Like, yeah, you don't need to bring it out. Lady brought it out anyways. Sorry. They wanted me to bring it out. Okay. Just wanted to waste it, I guess. Yeah, whatever. People are, like, completely, like, dumbfounded by the fact that look at that. Look at that food. Oh. People are just so dumbfounded by someone asking for only meat. I mean, I guess, you know, it might seem a little weird. But I don't know. It's not that weird to me. But overall today, we still have some more plans. Like I said, we're going to work on this Lego thing here in a little while. That's what I really want to at least... what I want to do, I have a table downstairs. And I want to clear it off. And it's a small, skinny table, which I think would be perfect for shooting this on because I don't need anything big. But I want to take it, clean it off, and then cut my cardboard, that black foam core cardboard stuff that I have. Lay that down. I don't know how I'm going to get it to stick to the table. I might use my hot glue gun just to glue it down because then I can pop it off, and I don't think it's going to ruin the table. And the table is just an arts and crafts table anyways that we use when we're painting our miniatures. So I really don't even care if it scratched it up. That doesn't bother me at all. But I'm thinking maybe I'll use hot glue gun. And then take maybe like some white masking tape and kind of tape out where I want to put the Legos. Because I'm basically trying to replicate a Starbucks and parking lot and strip mall where we had this Starbucks incident where I had a legal incident in a parking lot. I'm trying to replicate it with Legos and shoot it stop motion. But I at least want to get that table out and prepped because if I have it out in the middle of my studio and I start prepping it, it gets things moving, things in motion. And that's what I want. Like, I mean, I gotta start somewhere, right? Anyways, I'm going to enjoy my steak and eggs and get back to work. All right, so little brain fart today. I forgot. I actually have a show today, but it's a virtual show. It's with my manager, Dante, the comic. I haven't done a virtual show in a minute, and I usually set up my studio a certain way. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do it. I have... hour and 15 minutes till showtime. But I gotta fix this light. I bought a new light at Costco for my studio because the ballast went out on this bad boy. But I got like a LED because these are tubes. You can see them above my head. I want to pull this bad boy out and check it out and see. I don't know. Let's just see how it works. Let me see. I have scissors or something somewhere. Scissors. Oh, right there. Duh. I'm looking everywhere except right by the camera. But yeah, as far as jokes, I'm only doing like 5 minutes. Just a little guest spot, opening spot. During the pandemic, I got really comfortable doing online comedy because I fell in love with comedy. Got into comedy just before the pandemic, a year before the pandemic, but fell in love with it. But then I felt like it was taken away from me right when I was falling in love with it. Obviously, probably not the only comic who felt that way. You know, if they were starting around that period. But I had to figure something out, and what I did, I saw comedians just disappear. I did the opposite. I leaned into it and was like, you know, I ended up hosting. If you go back and look on my YouTube channel, you'll see I hosted a lot of YouTube shows. where I was hosting comedians and stuff. And I mean, it was my way of going, hey, I'm going to work through this pandemic, work through this period in time, and make sure that I stay relevant and keep working on writing jokes and stuff. But yeah, let's see, my outlet's right there. Okay. But I haven't done any online comedy in probably a year and a half or so. Just, there are people out there still doing it. People who like continued to do it even after like everything's opened back up. And obviously, like, I want to be out on stage. I want to be in front of a live audience. Like, I love people. I want to come out and meet people and be in a live setting. I mean, that's why I'm doing this. So, I mean, virtual is okay, I guess. I know people who still run, like, there's people who still run virtual rooms and shit like that, but, you know, for, like, open mics, it's a good place to practice, but, I don't know, it's not something I'm trying to really do anymore. It's not really my cup of tea anymore. I'm going for the real deal, which is being out in front of a live audience. And I hope no one gets offended by that. You know, if you get offended, you get offended, I guess. But I don't mean it in an offensive way. There were people I did have discussions with who are more introverted and don't want to be out in a public setting, and found this is a good way to do stand-up comedy without having to go out into a crowd. And okay, I get it. To each their own. Good for you, you know. It's just not my thing. Ooh, so at first I was like, is that cord gonna reach? But then I just realized it's all wrapped up, so it will reach. Come on, baby, work for me, baby. All right, so there's gotta be some hardware. There's like nothing to clip on. I guess this, whatever it is, clips onto this. We'll see. I'm hoping this is actually bright. It would be nice if this is just a little bit brighter than the fluorescents. Technically, being LEDs, it should be brighter, but we'll see. We will see. All right. Yeah, I am. I'm always excited to do shows, though. So, you know, I will see how tonight goes. I'm just going to run through some of my basic shorter jokes. The shorter, jokes. The jokes where I talk about my wife being a little person. Those are always fun. So I think I'm gonna do those. Let's see. Those hook into there, then chain, and then kabak, 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 kabak. Oh, okay. And I use wire up there, but I might not have to use wire this time. So the spread is still a little wider. So I think I still have to go to the edges here. Yeah, let's not snap that on yet. But yeah, anyways, people. What if I do it like this? I think if I put this through here, put it through like that, then pull it through like that. Aha! Aha! Figured it out! Oof! Alright, that works. Well, that works just fine and dandy, doesn't it? And then that will snap onto, you can kind of see it above my head. That there is like it came when I had my garage when I bought this house. It just had like, I cut open the roof and put in the sunroof. This metal bar was there, which is nice because I've been able to hang shit off of it. So I'll be able to hang these lights on here, this light on here. See how bright it is. Maybe I'll have to get two, but if it's bright enough, then I won't need to get two. Just use one. One love, one life. We got to carry each other on love. Who sings that? Oh, what was it? U2. U2. Just talking about them with my wife. They got that show at Vegas now. They U2. Man, it's never like a group I thought would ever do a. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like that's the type of band that would do a what do you call it? A residency in Vegas. Just that was a little unexpected in my opinion. But the venue is incredible. The Sphere is incredible. No doubt about that. Oh, wow. All right, well, that works, I guess. That works. Oof. 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 1, 2, 3. That's literally right off this black tape. Oh, yep. Come on! There we go. Oh, yeah. Hopefully you guys aren't looking at my underbelly. Chris, you're so gross. You're unworthy of being a YouTube comedy influencer. You're too old and gross. Piss off. Piss off, people. Let's see. Go this way. Oh, snapperoo. That is bright as shit, dude. Well, let there be light, I guess. Holy cow, that is bright. Is that overkill? Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool. It's just an uplight if I don't want it to get too bright down here. That's kind of dope, dude. Not gonna lie, that's pretty awesome. But how bright is that light? How bright is that? Like, is that too bright? I think that might be almost too bright, huh? I don't know. Like, this version might be too much. This is just down. Yeah, that's probably where I'll use it mostly. But for an uplight, that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice right there. Yep. But anyways, that's the light. Got that fixed. Now I need to fix some other stuff in my studio real quick. I got to see if I can hook up my regular microphone or if I'm just going to be using like my Shure mic, podcast mic, you know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I'm going to use. But I got a few minutes. I have an hour. So get it done. Y'all, I got this new hobby. Started painting miniatures. Turns out midgets don't like being called miniature. All right, haven't done an online show in a minute. Making sure I was muted because it's still going on. Dante said I didn't have to stick around. I am gonna bounce because I want to go spend time with my son, and
And I promised my daughter I'd get her some wings at Wingstop, so I am going to go. But thank you, Dante. If you see this, thank you again. It was fun. Just did a 5-minute spot, did some little people jokes, did my 9/11 joke, and bounced, got out of there. They got a lot of people in this room. It looks like they got, let's see, 6. They have probably close to 50 people in this Zoom meeting, so that's pretty cool. Good for you guys. Anyways, I've done his contest before, haven't won, but it's okay. Dante likes me. I'm one of his clients. He's my manager, and he's had me feature for him when he's headlined, and I'm hoping to get more spots with him. Hopefully, we'll see. But anyways, that was fun.